First we select a piece of steel that is suitable for the application. So for instance the bread source we needed a little bigger piece and the bunker we need a little smaller piece. So when we have that set up, we forge down the tang area because you need something to grab onto with the tongs. First time for you to see this in action. You have maps on? Do you hear me through this?
Yeah.
So I shouldn't yell?
No.
Okay.
Unless I'm in your way. If I'm in your way, you can yell, yeah.
Okay. I'll put this, start this as well so I hear you better as well. Can you speak?
Yeah.
Okay, now I hear you. So this is a small one, but this is my favorite. Because it's so, it might squeak a bit, the clutch. So that's the only thing, but see how smooth this is? You can do like super soft blows and you can really like smash away with it. So this is an awesome hammer. My favorite. This is the even hit and this is the mini hell. The brand is mini hell. And if I had both running and did the grinder, the fuse went, as I mentioned yesterday. So now it's not a problem anymore. But yeah, and these are scrapped blades. Because when I first got this, my little hammer, when I did a cold forging, I realized when I was standing there sharpening them that wow, they are like twisted. All of them are twisted. It's a batch of 10 knives. Because I just did my process, and since it's a new hammer, I didn't think about how it affected the new dies, affected the cold forging. So 10 blades just got scrapped. That's pretty crappy. Yeah, but it's a great way to learn. So we're starting to get some heat now. So the steel is 2092. It's like a Swedish equivalent of 52100. From, if I remember correctly, it's like from the 70s, from a factory not that far away from here that does has a very interesting history. But so these are scrap pieces from their manufacturing. Very good steel. One of my favorite steels. I mean, it's similar to 52100, so it's tough, very tough. You can get it super hard and still pretty tough. It's pretty easy to heat treat, not easy as in you can use a forge to do it, but easy as in it doesn't require like brine or a super quick quench. It's just a great steel to use. It can be a bit stiff to forge because it has chromium in it, but I mean I'm using power hammer, so it doesn't really matter. But if I were to use a hand hammer, it wouldn't be as fun. Just waiting for the forge to get warm. It might take 10-15 minutes, but if I'm to forge weld, for instance, I mean I just start it when I come in the morning and put in the billets and do something and yeah, and just wait for it to get warm. And now we just let them heat up again. Since the whole billet is not hot right now, only the piece that we're forging, the back part steals a lot of the heat. So it cools down pretty quickly. If I were to heat up the whole billet, it would stay hot much longer. But I don't need it to be hot that long because I'm just doing one press and then a little bit of forging. Yeah, 2 knives. So we're making one breadsword and one banka. So one very long and thin with serrations, and one pretty short and high with no serrations. But same steel, same method really. The only difference is one we're gonna make for thin and long, and one we're gonna make a bit shorter and higher with a much thinner bevel. But it's like almost the same procedure anyway. So now I switched out the dies. Previously I used this die to get a pretty clean cut into the heel. So it's angled. And now we're using square dies to more be able to forge it down step by step. This is actually not something that I do all the time. Most of the time I start with billets that are pre-shaped like this. So you have like the step down already cut in. So the only thing I'm doing is forging down this bit, but that's when I'm using very, very thin material. So this is 3.5 mil, for instance. It's a little bit too thin to forge down all the way. It's just gonna fold, keep folding. But on this material you can use the press for it. And you get the chance to talk to you. Now it's starting to get much easier, because the thicker it gets, the less it's gonna fold, keep folding on itself. What you can do also is have like the dice offset. So if I, for instance, I mean these are offset but on the wrong side in my opinion. So if I were to have this shifted way more here, I can do the forging of the tang here. But since these are parallel, I'm not doing that. I'm just doing it on the press. So now we're done with the press. Turn it off so we don't hear that noise. We can do one more pressing actually. What I normally do is I try to fit the tang piece in this tongue. Then I know that I'm at the right size. Some Swedish guys made a couple of mine. Two of my favorites, if I can find them. Oh my god, here. One of them is here. So this is made from two twins in Skåne, close to Denmark. And they're real nice. And the rest I just bought from wherever, you know. These I got in a collection from a guy that quit forging. So these are Bacco tongs. Bacco, like Swedish traditional, very high quality tongs. Not tongs, tongs. Tongs is a totally different thing. Or so I've heard. Okay, press again. As soon as you grabbed onto or fix the tang area, you decide the height of the blade. And for the breadsword, for instance, we will forge it thinner, or we forge it thinner, lower. And the banka, we make sure we just forge down the tip a little bit. Watch the lens for the heat. And don't film my beautiful homemade chimney.
Well, it works, it works.
Yeah, true that.